Today we're going to work on shading a sphere. When you shade a sphere, you need to determine your light source first. So I'm going to be putting my light source up in the upper left-hand corner. So that means that the highlight on my sphere, and I'm going to start with a smaller sphere, will be on the left-hand side of the sphere, and the shadow side will be on the right, and any cast shadow will also be on the right. We're not going to deal with cast shadow today, but it would be on the right. When you're looking at your light source, you want to make sure that you're paying attention to where the angle that the light source is going to hit the object. So as I look at my sun that I've drawn right here, it's going to hit my object right about here. I'm going to ignore this sphere like it's not here, by the way. So my light's going to hit right here, and with all rounded objects, there's not going to be highlight right on the edge because the surface is continuously curving away from you. So that means that there will be shadow on all of the edges curving towards the highlight. And the challenge with shading the sphere is that you have to blend your shading in all directions. So to start, what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn my paper here just a little bit, just to make it more comfortable and so that you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to begin on the dark side or the shadow side of my sphere, and I'm going to start shading toward the area where the highlight would be. And I'm going to start out fairly dark and shade across the space. Okay, until it fades out. And I want to leave my highlight space over here, and I'm just going to very lightly draw this in so you can see the area that I'm trying to avoid. This circle right here is going to be where I'm going to try to avoid shading. So I'm going to continue shading towards that, and I want to have my shading disappear as I get towards that circle. And you can see as I'm doing this, I'm getting some strips in my shading. We're going to blend those out here in just a little bit, and I'll show you how to do that after I get more of this filled in. All right, the video is going to speed up here for just a minute as I continue to fill this in. Alright, so hopefully something that you noticed as I was shading around is that my value got lighter also as I went around, and I kind of left that original strip that I did the darkest one because I'm going to add another layer and it's going to help even everything out. As I went around here, the value gets darker not just across towards the highlight but around as well. So from every direction I'm getting lighter as I go towards that highlight circle. Now to even this out, what I need to do is keep layering and continuing to work from dark to light as I layer, but I want to overall start lighter than I started before so that it'll blend in. When you add your second layer, you always want to work a little bit lighter than what you did before so that it layers in. Instead of creating more stripes, it'll help even out the other stripes. So I'm going to start down here in the dark, and I'm going to just layer over the top. And I'm aiming for that strip in the middle that's lighter, and I'm just going to work on adding more and more layers until this smooths out and is nice and even. Each layer that I add, I'm still working dark to light. You just can't see it as much because there's already value on the paper, and so that's working to blend it all out. right, now as we approach being done, it's starting to blend out a little bit more. There's still a little bit of area that's too dark right here that I still need to blend across. And those are the things that you need to be looking for as you're assessing your own shading, is where are the areas that don't blend in. And when you find them, go back over them and try to blend them out. And you can continually do this until you're happy with what you have. I'm gonna continue just a little bit more over here. All right, so now that's better. What we're gonna do now is I don't want this circle on here anymore, so I'm going to go in and erase that out. And my method for erasing that out is to gently dab at it with my eraser. I don't wanna draw a line with my eraser. I want that to be a nice soft edge. So I'm gonna kind of dab at it, and then I'm gonna continue doing that around just to soften that edge so it doesn't have an outline. You never want your highlights to have an outline unless that's actually what you see on the object. And if a circle had a highlight with an outline like that, then it wouldn't actually be a sphere. It would be a sphere with a flat side. So there you have it. That's our sphere. There's highlights on the light source side, and it's all blended smooth all the way around. Good luck.